And now to the biggest story from India. Indian aviation is soaring to new heights. In February, Air India broke all records. It signed a mammoth deal with Airbus and Boeing, a deal to buy 470 planes. And now it's IndiGo's turn. IndiGo has ordered 500 jets from Airbus. It's the biggest ever plane deal in history anywhere in the world.
Today it's my pleasure and my honor actually to announce that IndiGo has concluded with Airbus the next fleet purchase in a magnitude of 500 new aircraft in the Airbus 320 family. An enormous milestone. To our knowledge and our recollection, no one has ever ordered an order of this magnitude, and it speaks to the potential of Indian aviation and the ambitions which IndiGo is having.
I think what we see happening here today, and I was said before, speaks very highly of what's happening in India, the growth, the development, but also the one of aviation. Incredible growth for aviation, the willingness to fly. IndiGo has been a fantastic opportunity for Indian people to fly for the first time.
Like they said, it's the story of India's aviation boom. But more about the deal first. Airbus is a French plane maker. In fact, it is one of Europe's biggest aerospace giants. IndiGo has placed an order for 500 of their planes. This was revealed at the Paris Air Show. IndiGo is buying the narrow-body A320 aircraft. The deal is worth over $50 billion. The planes will be delivered between 2030 and 2035. This is the single biggest purchase in aviation history, like I said, anywhere in the world. So what is IndiGo's plan with this order? IndiGo, the company, was founded in the year 2006. Right now, it is India's top airline. The domestic carrier has a market share of more than 61%. That is more than half of the country's market. So clearly, IndiGo is a dominant force, and it is planning ahead to remain a dominant force. The purchase has two main goals. One, IndiGo wants to keep its fleet size steady. What does that mean? Well, planes have a shelf life, like all things. So even if IndiGo retires 100 planes, say by 2030, it wants new aircraft to keep its fleet constant. That's one goal. The second goal is that IndiGo wants to expand its operations. Demand for air travel is booming in India, and IndiGo wants to capitalize on that. It is introducing new international routes and doubling capacity to meet this demand. Talk about flying the extra mile. By the end of the decade, IndiGo wants to double in size and scale as an airline, which brings us to India's aviation sector. New Delhi is on the cusp of an aviation boom. Currently, it's the world's third largest aviation market. It has more than 378 million passengers. But India is aiming higher. India wants to be the world's biggest aviation market, surpassing the likes of the United States and China. So what is New Delhi doing to support this? Well, there's a flurry of investments, new airports, new aircraft, and new infrastructure. Air travel is booming, and New Delhi wants to keep up with that. Let me also give you a recent example. In the month of April, domestic air traffic in India hit a record high. Nearly 500 million passengers flew on the same day. Imagine that, 500 million. This is the demand I was talking about, and this is the demand that airlines want to capitalize on. You see, the pandemic was a terrible time for aviation. Revenue fell to an all-time low. The jet market, too, was dealt a blow. But now, with air travel up and about again, plane makers are looking at new markets, markets like India. They want to cater to the world's largest population. In the month of February, Air India signed a mega jet deal. It involved both Boeing and Airbus, 470 aircraft. And now it's IndiGo and Airbus, 500 new planes. It looks like plane makers have finally realized India's potential, and they're vying for a piece of its growth story.